What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, Crypto Nation? What's going on? What's happening? So, look, this is the day after the big crash. Now, if you caught my last video yesterday, I posted it up because I did that video right prior to the crash. So it was very interesting. Matter of fact, I was at work in the middle of an experiment, and I got a message or something that said, "Hey, said something about you were too late, or you were a day too late or something." So I was like, "What are they talking about?" So I get on there, and then that's when I seen the crash had happened. Actually, and then I didn't really understand, still didn't understand what was going on until I went and I saw a video with Meet Kevin, and he was saying basically, market crash, I'm losing millions. I was like, what? So that's how I knew that the market had crashed. And I was surprised, but I wasn't very surprised by the results. So yes, the market did have a slight bubble pop yesterday from all the inflation. But for the most part, just about everything that I was invested in was okay. It wasn't devastating. And honestly, what I like about resets like this, hard resets, is it kind of gives you really the true value of something right after a crash. It's like, okay, where you see things standing, it's probably about where it really the numbers are where it's really worth for the most part. So everything went down. Pancake went down to like 29 bucks, and I was like, that is some cheap ass pancake. I want it now. Things like that, man. Like, even though the market is red, I saw green across the board, because shit, if this is the time that you ever wanted to stack some tokens, this is the time right now. You know what I'm saying? It was to grab some tokens up. Like, that was the time. Also trying to look into more ways of, I think I'm going to be heavily investing in Crow from now on. Crypto.com is such a huge asset. And honestly, what pointed me to this conclusion is simply this. Yesterday I was browsing, and I kept looking at PooCoin, and I kept saying, you know, I'm sure am using PooCoin a lot. PooCoin and DexGuru a lot. I'm using both of them a lot. And I keep seeing the price of the PooCoin going up slowly. And at first I was like, why would I would never buy this token. Who would buy this token? But as I'm using the site over and over again, I'm not thinking in my head that this platform has a token based on what it does. It's a token that represents them, and they represent the space by providing a service, a Poo chart service. You can look up any BSC chain right there. You can look up the charts, and it's so convenient, because a lot of these tokens that we're always looking at, you're always looking for a chart to grab it, to look at it, especially if it's not on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. All right. And so that's when I started thinking about it. And so I saw it around $6. I was like, fuck, I missed the boat. I should have been buying this. I should have been buying it. So I just bought like 100 or something like that, 90 or something like that. And shockingly, it went up to like 12 something, man. I think before I left this morning, it was sitting around 10, some change. But yeah, I mean, you know, you gotta think, if something holds a value because it does a service. If it provides a service that is used, then the coin is valuable. It's almost invaluable. It's like, it provides a service. So that's what's got me really thinking hard about Crow and Crypto.com, what they're doing, and how cheap the token is right now versus the amount of service they provide to the public. When you think about what it provides the cryptocurrency public, crypto.com, when you look at how much it provides in services, and then you look at the price of the token, it's almost a no-brainer that you should probably buy the token, because you're probably going to be a gazillionaire pretty soon. I mean, a lot of people don't like to pay attention to tokens until they hit $1, but they don't realize that in crypto, to become rich, you don't necessarily need tokens to move dollars, to move dollar bills to be rich. I mean, in crypto, all you need is some zeros and to be sub $1 to be rich. Like, that's crypto. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna sit down and look at what I can do to get heavily invested with crypto.com, because, like, again, they're such a huge asset to the community, and their coin is severely undervalued, and it's a shame, because I could have got invested with it a lot earlier. But I'm not gonna lie, when crypto.com first came out and you were able to use the web page, like the web exchange, it was awesome. But then when it was like, oh nope, you're not allowed to use the web exchange if you're in America, everybody was like, I was like, what the hell is this all about? Because that was one of the first places that I looked at that you can buy crypto with your credit card. That was the big thing. And then I remember that you could not, like, remember it wouldn't let you do it anymore. But now, if you use the app, obviously you can do whatever. So that's what kind of put me off with crypto.com at first, was simply because I was just like, this seems like a little shady. Like, what if I just start putting money in here and then this exchange goes down, or I'm not allowed to use it? Kind of like Binance. It's like, it's a great platform, but you know, the day that they decide to suspend your account because, you know, you attempted to log in without a VPN or something, you know, something crazy that they can lock your account for, you know, then you're stuck, because that's happened to a couple of people I know with Binance. They created their accounts with VPNs, this and that. They've been using it, and then all of a sudden, Binance suspended their account, and to get their account back open, they got to provide all this personal data to verify the account that they should have it. Well, you're screwed right then and there, because as soon as you say, I'm American, with any of your IDs, they're going to be like, well, you weren't supposed to have an account in the first place. And then they're going to take all your assets, man, and keep your account closed, so you lose out anyway. That's why I don't screw with trying to get around the Binance thing with a VPN. I simply just use the walk-around method. I'm done with it. The walk-around method is very, very easy. It's using crypto.com, buying, if you want to participate in BSC in the BSC network, you literally just buy BNB directly from crypto.com, get it within the same hour, within the same 30 minutes, and you can have that sent right over to your BSC MetaMask network if you want to use MetaMask or Trust Wallet, whatever. You can also use I don't know if you can use Trust Wallet to buy BNB. I've always tried, it wouldn't let me. Crypto.com lets me, so I don't know, could be wrong. But yeah, that's the easiest way, the easiest method to to get going. Crypto.com, pretty damn good. Anyways, the market, people, the market. So Shrimp Swap did get hit. You know, some of the stuff that we're in right now, Shrimp Swap got hit. What happened with them? Basically, they got reset. They got reset as well. It went sub 10 cents. It was like 9 cents. I think when I saw it, it was down from 15 cents all the way down to like 12 and then 11. So it's been, I feel like it's been fluctuating between that 9 cents and 11 cent mark, which is fine. To me, that's good. They're still chugging along. They're also updating people to make sure that they understand if you want to farm, this is the time that you need to farm, because you have less than 40 days to get it done. Then it turns into a utility token in phase 2. So you have to understand that you need to get your shrimp now. Other than that, Adventureland probably had the worst hit of them all. When I looked at Adventureland before this morning, it was like 7 cents, which is still pretty good. It didn't go completely bust right away. So they're still chugging along. You got to remember, everything took a hit in this market crash. There wasn't too many places where you can hide that you weren't going to be affected. But you had Adventureland, they got cracked pretty good. They're mellowing out, trying to figure out, they're pretty steady though, which is good. It's not volatile. But they're going, and they're going to be they're rebounding as we speak. And then fish sticks, oh my gosh, fish sticks before I left was already at like 15 16 cents. Like, they took a hit, which is very small, and they kept chugging. Like, they just ate through the entire that entire dip. They just ate through it. And I'm wondering now if that's going to be the one that takes off, because maybe that's the one that people were paying attention to when the dip happened. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? This could be their break right here, where people find out about them and just say, hey, market's down, let's just throw some money in here and see what happens. It could be. Today could be one of those days where it gets nationally recognized, man. And it blows up. Could be that day for fish sticks. Who knows? But last night when I checked, they were like number 60 on the charts, and they were moving up. Good water. But yeah, fish sticks is killing it. Like I said, I'm just waiting on one of those three to really pop, man. Whether it's fish sticks, shrimp swap, Adventureland. If one of those three pop, I'm trying not to have the mentality with all of them to say, oh, I'm not checking out till I get, a 1-to-1. Like, I'm gonna wait till it hits $1. I'm not gonna have that mentality with these, because I don't know what their potentials are. But when I get to a place with any of them that I think is going to be a good thing, I might cash out when I feel my gut is telling me to. So other than that, there's other things. There's one I want to talk about, but I have to talk about that one while I'm on the computer, because I'm scatterbrained, and trying to talk about it without seeing it will do it injustice. But I will say that we did that. It was either yesterday or the day before. I did put some money down on holding some Thunder Core tokens, some TT, and that's simply because a lot of people right now, they're paying attention to the Binance Smart Chain, and you're either with Ethereum or you're with Binance. And so a lot of people are they're in on Binance Smart Chain heavy, and kind of rightfully so. When I looked at it, the only other one that you could probably really find some diversity in is probably Tron. But a lot of DeFi networks, they are like ground zero when starting. A lot of them are garbage. They don't have much. And I was trying to look into Thunder Core, because it's been underrated for quite a while. But you know, they're suffering. They have a great system, but they're suffering because they have terrible platforms that run on Thunder Core. That to where the point is, there's nothing really worth investing in my opinion, on the Thunder Core itself. But the Thunder Core token, I feel, is going to be very valuable this year. Again, it's just a hunch. I don't really know if that's the case, but Thunder Core token is like right around a penny or so per token, and it's just one of those sleeping giants that's been sleeping around for a while, and since like 2019. And I feel like 2021 is going to be the time that people might take a look at it and say, let's build on Thunder Core. And so I went ahead and bought some. Some Thunder Core, and invested it in another one that I think it's called Nominex. I had been looking at Nominex. I think it's Nominex. I had been looking at it for quite a while, and I was like, doesn't sound very great. And I think it didn't sound great because I was not in the mind frame of farming. And I took a deep look into it yesterday, and I realized, crap, I didn't miss it yet, but I'm missing it right now. And in my opinion, Nominex is like probably gonna be one of the biggest safe havens for a lot of marketing dips. Let's just put it that way. It's gonna be a safe haven and a passive income maker during a bear market, in my opinion. And I'll give those reasons in a dedicated video, but I feel like that is definitely a place where you can move large sums of money and allow it to pay you passively as well, without real fear of losing much value in case of a market dip. And I saw what the dip did to it, and literally the thing is, Nominex is almost like a stable coin, but worth about $4. And the way it took the hit yesterday was insane. You know, the way it fluctuates between $4 and like $4.60 or something like that, and it just stays really stable, like in that area. So when they took the hit yesterday, it went from like $4.60 and it went down like 20 cents, but it bounced right back up like not too much later. And I was just like, damn, it just took that hit like it was nothing, while all of these other tokens lost pennies, which in terms of crypto sometimes could mean thousands. When it lost that much in these other tokens, and then I look at Nominex and it bounced back so quickly, it was almost you didn't lose at all. And the cool thing about Nominex is that it's only 2 currencies in, or technically 1 currency in. You use USDT Tether, and you use their token, and you can either just traditionally stake the Nominex token, or you can buy LP tokens by providing liquidity of USDT and Nominex tokens. And when you provide the liquidity, and you stake the tokens, those tokens, basically what you can do is you're basically farming at that point. And so you will get a specific, depending on how much you farm, how much you put in on a 1-to-1 is going to determine how much, this full almost hit me, it's going to determine how much reward you can pull on a daily basis. So I went ahead and did a farming, and I did enough for a 1-to-1 to provide about 1 Nominex a day in rewards. And so I'm collecting about 1.08 Nominex tokens a day, which is about, Nominex is worth about $4 and some change. So that is, to me, that's pretty damn good. And the reason why I say that is because you could leave your USDT literally sitting there farming. They have team farms. They have all kinds of, it's crazy. You can actually buy your crypto directly from them with a credit card using like MoonPay, and they have another vendor that you can buy crypto through. Really convenient. The other cool thing about it is it has its own exchange. Like, again, I was trying to look at this thing on the chart, and I'm thinking, well, how is this even valuable? Like, to this, like, how is this really valuable? And I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, holy shit. I just had a revelation about PooCoin and the type of service it provides for the crypto space. And I'm looking at the price go up, and it just clicked in my head, like, this Nominex is going to be huge. I mean, people have already driven the price up to where, I mean, it hasn't really driven the price up, but it's going to be huge. You know, it's always, when you look at the chart, it always looks like it's been somewhat of like a stable coin. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge because it's one, like I said, it's going to be one of those havens where people can be like, all right, let me sit this one out for a little bit and let, you know, until the market can kind of recover or do what it does, till we have a better idea of where we're at, what we're in. And I think it's going to be that platform, man, because again, it provides too much. You got an exchange, you can purchase a crypto from it. If you're into MoonPay, that's another plus to people who are using that MoonPay. You're gonna feel a lot more comfortable using Nominex. You know what I'm saying? They have staking, they have team farming, they have regular farming. You know, providing liquidity. Like, it does everything. And what's cool about it is, to use those other services, all you need is USDT and the Nominex token. There's no need for anything else. If you want to use the exchange, you can buy multiple things. So I think it's really cool. I think it's underrated, and people might not pay attention to it because it's not as like exclusive or as enticing as some of these other tokens are in the same space. So Nominex, I think, is going to be definitely a sleeper. It's a sleeper, and it's one of those things where you could stake anywhere from a day all the way up to a year. You can claim your rewards whenever you want to. The longer you leave it staking, the bigger the percentage of rewards you get. So, you know, there's pros and cons to everything. Obviously, you got to figure out if the pros outweigh any of the cons. To me, the cons of any platform is simply, you know, leaving your money locked up, or not even necessarily, just leaving your money leaving your money on an exchange or, you know, a platform. It sucks. So, you know, if you can get that out of the exchange quickly, you know, don't ever leave your money in some place for an extended amount of time if you don't have to. Move it around, get it out of there quick. Never leave your money on an exchange. Like, the only place I feel somewhat comfortable leaving my money on is Coinbase. Like, I don't want to leave it anywhere else, really, unless I have to. But yeah, it's gonna be a sleeper. Definitely gonna be a sleeper. And, you know, while we're waiting for the recovery of all these other tokens like Bonfire, SafeMoon took a hit, everything took a hit. While we're waiting on that, you know, we're going to just simply chill out, right? Watch our investments and check out for new opportunities. and try to capitalize. You know what I'm saying? Try to capitalize on some of these opportunities and just have some patience and wait. You know what I mean? We want everything to happen right away. I want to be rich right away. I just want this thing to hit $1 right away so I can just move on. Doesn't happen like that, unfortunately. And you know, you gotta take your time. But this is rise and grind. You know what I'm saying? This is a rise and grind video. You know what I'm saying? This is a rise and grind video, and I want to try to get these out earlier, but I know a lot of people, you know, we work early in the morning. Sometimes you don't have that much time from when you get up to on your way to work, you know, getting set up with that. A lot of people don't have time to watch videos or do anything like that. So been trying to push these out a little bit later in the morning time in case people do get a break and whatnot. You know, they can catch it at that time. But yeah, guys, I'm telling you, man, 2021 is insane. Now, the entire issue of this, of why this crash happened, I don't know if it had everything entirely to do with Vitalik over at Ethereum or not, but it possibly could have. So we're going to continue with that on the next video. Peace.